Hello everyone. So first of all, I'm recording this on my phone because I don't know how much battery my camera has. I don't know how long I'm going to be talking for, so I can ensure my phone's not going to die while I'm making this video. Can't ensure that with my camera, so that's why I'm doing this. I'm going to try and make more of me in the frame. I'm just like, fuck. Okay, well that's the best it's gonna get. So this is an update on my mental health plus sort of just my life in general. If you hear background noise, it's my computer, sorry, I can't really do anything about it. I could record in a different room, but I don't give a fuck, so that's just how it's gonna be. So today, rather last night, because it's like 2 AM right now, probably the worst night I've had in years or ever? Don't know, because the thing is, I always forget like what I was like in the past, because I know there were times where I was like really bad, but I never feel like I've been like this on the verge of literally calling 999 and saying I am going, oh, fuck. Yeah, this is going to be a hard video to get through, because last night I almost called the emergency services and told them, help me, I'm gonna do something. And that might be hard for some of you guys to hear, but I think it's also a positive thing, because it shows that I wouldn't just go and kill myself. I would seek help. So that means I wouldn't just, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about taking these. I'm just being straight up honest right now. This is probably not like a good thing for YouTube. I really shouldn't be sharing this, but you know what? I don't care, because people need to be more aware of how severe mental illness and mental disorders are. I made a video about BPD. I actually watched back that video the other day to just look back on it and like see like some of my live footage. I got pretty fucking like deep in that, and I actually put a goodbye video I filmed in that video. So this is not really going to get any worse than that. You're not actually going to see me in the midst of it, because I wasn't recording myself, because my boyfriend was here. But these are antidepressants. Guess what? They don't fucking work, because I don't have depression. Like, I feel depressed sometimes, but I don't have depression, okay? It's when you have like a complicated disorder like borderline, but they don't want to give me any specialist help for borderline, which is pissing me off. Like, the doctor system, I'm trying to get help, I'm trying to get like the right medication for me, but no, I just keep getting tossed fucking stupid antidepressants that don't work, and that they won't work for me, because that isn't the issue. I struggle with controlling my emotions, and that's every single emotion. That isn't just like, depression isn't even really sadness, because this has been discussed many times. If you know anything about depression, you know it's a lot like feeling very just numb and empty, lost motivation, don't have interest in anything, can barely feel anything. Whereas like sadness and despair, that's a whole nother fucking shitstorm, honestly, because my god, did I feel that last night, or rather tonight. I'll just refer to it as tonight or whatever, because I haven't been to sleep yet, so I'll just count it as the same night. I don't know how much in detail I should go into about this, but first of all, I just need to give you an update on literally what the fuck is going on in my life, because a lot of you might not realise this, but I walked out of my job on the second day. I recorded a very emotionally charged video, but I just didn't upload it because I thought, I'm going to look like a dickhead uploading this. I'm just going to look like a dickhead, so I didn't post it. So I'm just going to talk about it now. I filmed it on literally the day that I walked out, so I was having a fucking real bad mental breakdown. And I know I shouldn't be afraid to show that side of myself on YouTube, but I just didn't want any backlash, because I'm in a really fragile state emotionally at the moment. And even though people might give me backlash on this video, I mean, this is kind of mostly what my channel is. Like, to be honest, I talk about mental health and my struggles literally all of the fucking time. So if anybody doesn't like it, then why are you even watching me, honestly? Because somebody that suffers and struggles every single fucking day of their life like I do, there's never going to be a time where I just, like, when I can't really bring it up or talk about it, because it's ongoing, it's constant, that I don't get any relief. So think how it must feel for me to feel it. If you're hearing about it and you're annoyed, think how I must fucking feel, because I'm the one feeling it. You think I'm not fucking sick and tired of it? Because I am. I mean, why do you think that I've almost ended my life several fucking times at this point? It's because it's just too much to bear. It really is. And then to get told that I must be abusive and a liar because I have borderline, or you shouldn't be in a relationship because you have borderline. It isn't fair. So you just think I should just be alone all of my life then? You think I don't deserve to be loved? You think I don't deserve to have a partner who loves me and that will accept the fact that I am mentally ill? I don't know. Some people will say, no, bitch, you don't. Because you're manipulative, you're abusive, so therefore you shouldn't be in a relationship. Well, there's just a newsflash for you, okay? Sometimes everybody has toxic traits. It doesn't matter whether you have an illness or not. Because my boyfriend has toxic traits, as do I. So neither of us are innocent in this situation, but people like to paint people with BPD like fucking monsters. We really aren't. I'm such an empathetic person, and I have a lot of love to give. Like, I'm not just some evil fucking monster that's out to manipulate and abuse people. If I've ever done anything toxic, it has never, ever, ever been my intent. I never have ill intent. I never have, malice behind it. Okay? Sometimes I don't realise I've done something bad that wasn't right. Other times I do, and I feel immediate and extreme guilt, which I then express remorse for what I have said and done, okay? I can be accountable for my actions. So I don't think it's fair to just say that a certain type of person shouldn't be in a relationship. I think people have to be very strong-willed to deal with it, because it's going to be like, if you choose to be with somebody that has any type of mental, like, disorder or illness, you're kind of signing up for a shitstorm. Like, I guess when you date somebody with BPD, I told my boyfriend before we actually got together, I only realised this today, by the way, he told me, because I don't remember because it was like ages ago, but he told me that I told him about BPD before we even started dating. So I was like, I didn't even realise that I told him about it before, because I thought that it took him like a while to realise what I'm really like, which I guess it did anyway, because he didn't know what BPD really was. But I did open up to him about it briefly before the relationship started, so he sort of knew what he was getting into. But that doesn't like give any like reason of saying like, oh, if he knew what he's getting into, then like, I'm not trying to say it like that. I'm trying to say that he kind of knew that it was probably gonna be difficult to deal with, and that's true. I feel like I'm extremely difficult to deal with sometimes. So I give him props for the times that he has really like stuck it out and stuff, but it just, you know, like lately things just haven't been going good for either of us. So it's just like rubbing fucking salt in my wounds. I'm trying to think of a good analogy. It's like what's that, like those tectonic plates? Yeah, tectonic plates. They're like when they rub together, it causes an earthquake. I think that's how it works. I think I learned about that once in science. But yeah, it's like that. So when those tectonic plates are rubbing against each other, it can cause an earthquake. So that's what it can be like in a relationship, because we're around each other like every single day. And I heard a noise and I'm scared. Fuck, okay, yeah. So today it just basically Bubby? Okay, I just almost had a fucking heart attack. I thought I'm actually gonna lose it now. Okay, it's a moth, fuck, okay. My cat is actually just gave me a heart attack. Stop, please. Please stop. Please stop. Okay, there's a moth. There's a moth. Oh my fucking god. I don't need this right now, honestly. I really don't need this. I just genuinely feel actual genuine fear right now. My fucking cat just gave me a heart attack. I swear to God, she's trying to catch a moth. She ate a moth the other day, but that's besides the point. I didn't think in the middle of recording this that I'd actually think somebody just fucking broke into my house because it's my cat jumping around. Holy fucking Christ. I just thought to myself, how the fuck could somebody have got in my house? It's a good thing I didn't leave the door open, or I would have been a lot more scared, but I just thought, nobody, it's fine. It's fine, nobody can break into my house unless they smash something, and then I'd know about it. Anyway, if my cat will actually let me fucking speak, I've lost my train of thought completely now because I just had a heart attack. Not really, but I'm over exaggerating, but fuck me. If you live alone, you'll understand. Or if you're home alone. Anyway, let's just get back into talking about it. So it all came crashing down today. I think that's where I left off. Because I have not been good the past couple of days, and some shit happened last night when we went out, and I just had like a lot of anxiety last night because I just decided to do something. I decided to go out and I just wanted to go see this like comedy show, but it was like at a nightclub. So when we got out, there was like drunk people everywhere, and then I started getting really, really bad anxiety because I have a fear of seeing people vomit. And what happens when people drink alcohol? And there was this guy that was getting like dragged along the street by like his parents or something. He was clearly like completely off his fucking face. He could barely even stand up, and they were just trying to like pull him along. And I just started panicking, and I was like, what if he throws up? And just like paralyzing fear overtakes your mind when you have a phobia where you might be faced with it. It's like spiders too. You have a phobia of spiders, you see a spider, you freak the fuck out. So if I perceive any kind of like danger that somebody might be sick, I just immediately panic mode, because I know if I see it happen, it's over. It's over for me, bitch. You know what I mean? I don't know, I'm trying to add some like comedy to this because it's such a fucking stupid situation. And I've been trying to get through by watching comedy and stuff, trying to laugh through the pain. Which, you know, the comedy show, it was decent. There was a lot of people that were fucking heckling and shit, and I had the most annoying woman ever sitting next to me. She just wouldn't shut up, constantly shouting things out. It's just, please, can you just let the comedian fucking like do his piece without a million people shouting and screaming from the crowd? And she was in my ear, she was doing my head in, and I was just like, please just shut the fuck up. Obviously I didn't say that because I ain't no confrontational person, but maybe if I was, I might have said something, but it was too awkward, it was too much, and I was sitting right next to her. I would have had to like get up and like move, but I didn't want to like cause a scene or anything. But anyway, that's besides the point. So drunk people, you know, all everywhere. It's only like 10 o'clock though, and you think, how is somebody this fucked up at 10 o'clock? Clearly he must have like overdone the pre-drinks or something, because nobody should be that fucking twatted at 10 o'clock, honestly. But whatever. That's Bournemouth, by the way. I don't know if anybody lives near. I don't actually live in Bournemouth. I don't live far from Bournemouth, but I'm just like outing myself where I live. But it doesn't really matter because it's a big area. So whatever. So Bournemouth Saturday night, not fun. So started panicking. I say to my boyfriend, I was just like, can we like go on the other side of the street? Because I don't want to be near this guy, and plus he actually fell on the floor too, and I thought, we're not gonna even get past him. I don't want to walk past him. I don't even want to see what state that guy's in. I'm just like, just get me out. Just get me out of this situation. So he reluctantly like follows me to the other side of the street, and then like I needed to get some food from somewhere, and then see, I was already like almost having a meltdown about that whole situation because I was just feeling irrational fear. And then I ordered like a cheeseburger and chips, and she didn't like ask me whether I wanted sauce or salad in a burger, because I fucking hate that. So I got outside and I looked in it and I was like, holy fuck, there's sauce and salad in the burger. But then I just thought, no, it's too awkward for me to walk back in there and be like, hello, there's sauce and salad in it, and then have to wait for him to remake it. And I was just like spiraling, and I just ended up putting it in the bin, and I was like, you know what, just fuck this. So, you know, we're going back to the car in the car park, and I am just literally just fucking like fuming and seething. I'm just feeling anger. Like I punched some fucking lampposts and brick walls. He was walking ahead of me. So then we sort of had an argument at that point. I'm just like airing my fucking dirty relationship laundry here, but no, this is relevant, so that's why I'm saying it. Like, I don't want to give you like a piece by piece construction, but I'm just giving you the important details that you need to know to understand how I've got to where I am now. So I end up getting food from somewhere else anyway, and then all was well again, and it was fine, and that was the end of the night, and went to bed eventually. So then this morning I woke up and he was sort of like bombarding me about going to Starbucks and getting coffee, and like I was just like out of it. I was kind of like disorientated, like just waking up. Like, it takes me a while to sort of adjust to wake up, but he really wanted me to get up and go. So you know, I ended up finally getting up, getting dressed and get to Starbucks to find out they ran out of the coffee that I drink. It's like the only thing I will drink from Starbucks, because I used to like the iced lattes from there, but for some reason they don't taste right anymore. I don't know what happened, but I only drink the white chocolate mocha, and they ran out of it. So I was like, hey, well fuck it, I ain't having anything then. I'm just like, well, then fucking start to my day. It sounds like so first world problems. I sound so stupid. But the thing is, I was feeling really fragile and drained from the night before. So I was just like, I don't need this. Like, I got dressed and came out for nothing, and I'm pissed off because I didn't get to wake up properly, and I'm still feeling really low. Still feeling depressed, like I have been the past couple of days. I was going through like a manic episode, and now I knew there was going to be like the Comedown. So I knew it was coming. I knew the fucking was coming. That's basically what I call it. So yeah, I'm still feeling really, really bad emotionally. So it's just like, you know what? I just can't be fucked with today. I'm just gonna go back to bed, and I'm just gonna lay in bed all day, because I'm really not in the mood to get on my computer, not in the mood to get on any games, nothing. I'm just like, I'm only in the mood to just lay here and mope around. Like, that's honestly just how it is. When you feel depressed, you don't want to do anything. Nothing sounds good. Nothing sounds interesting. There's nothing to really pull me away unless it's like something like food or drink, I guess. Even then, I probably won't want to like get out of the car. Like, I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't mind like going to like drive-throughs or something, but if I have to get out of the car, like that shit probably just isn't happening. But I don't mind like just going somewhere to pick up like some food. That's probably the most that I will do. But I don't wanna, I just don't want to do really anything that requires like effort or me like talking and stuff. So yeah, I just spent the day in bed, and he hated that. He hated that he couldn't pull me out of it. And that's really what sucks about being in a relationship, is the other person will be affected by you. So it's hard enough me having to deal with all of this shit on my own, knowing that it's them then impacting someone else too. And that just adds on top of it and makes me feel even worse and makes me feel guilt. I know I can't feel responsible for other people's feelings, but when it's the person you love, like, of course you're going to. Like, there's no way I can't like feel responsible for him, because your actions affect other people. And even though I can't help that I feel this way, I still feel guilty for feeling like it and for being like it, even though I know there's literally nothing I can do about it. Like, that's the problem. It's just like knowing there's nothing you can do to improve like the mood, because you don't want to. You actually don't want to. You know what I mean? They say like, oh, you should go out next. Like, exercise is bullshit, by the way. That never ever makes me feel better. That doesn't release any dopamine for me. I honestly, if I'm depressed and I try to exercise, I feel worse. Just like the same thing when people tell you to take deep breaths when you're like having a panic attack or like an anxiety attack. I'm just like, no, that shit makes you start hyperventilating, and then you feel even more breathless and out of control. Honestly, the whole breathing shit, that ain't it. I don't know, it might work for some people, but it don't fucking work for me, because I end up just getting short of breath, or just being like, this isn't fucking doing anything, this isn't calming me down. Because if I'm too far gone, it's too late. It's too late for that shit. And I won't even try to stop myself. Sometimes I want myself to just completely roll over the edge, and I don't know why. I guess it's because I like to sabotage myself. Anyway, I've been rambling for far too fucking long. But anyway, yeah, we just ended up getting into an argument. One thing led to another. You know how it goes in relationships. We have an argument, and then it sort of just kind of gets out of control, and then they just be like, okay, fuck this, I'm leaving. So I went to just go like cry, and then I hear him taking his stuff and putting it in his car. So I'm just like, well, this is actually done now. This is actually over. He's actually leaving me. So in my mind, this was complete catastrophe. If you're a borderline, you know that's literally the worst possible thing that can ever happen to you, is somebody abandoning you. And I went psychotic. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I actually was psychotic. I was screaming at the top of my lungs, crying. Like, I never normally get this bad. I don't remember the last time I literally screamed as if I'd just been told that somebody died. I'm not even exaggerating. That is, I even thought to myself, this is exactly how I would react to somebody dying, just being completely out of control, screaming, crying, just absolute, utter despair. Like, it's so hard to describe it, but if you've ever experienced that, I don't know what it's like to lose somebody, and I'm not trying to discredit that at all. I'm just saying, that would be my exact reaction, and I know it would be, because someone leaving me is almost like them dying. It's obviously not as bad as that, because you know, oh, there's a possibility they might come back to you, but it's kind of the same, because you're like, they're just gone, they're just fucking out of your life. And I know probably it isn't as black and white as that, but in my head, it is black and white. So it's either they're with me or they're not. And if they're not with me, it's like they're just fucking, they don't like exist anymore, and I've lost them forever and they're gone. So that was my thought process. So I am literally screaming, just hoping that he will come in there and comfort me. But no, he just kept taking his stuff and going. I mean, eventually he came in to talk to me and try and reason with me and say he isn't actually breaking up with me. But then this was after I'd already been through the literal emotional hell. That's just all I can describe it as. I also hurt myself because I didn't know how else to deal with this extreme pain. It's like I had just been stabbed in the heart. It felt like I actually had just been pierced through my heart. Actual like heartbreak. You know how it feels when your heart breaks, and that's what I felt. But then it was so confusing, because then he came to me and said that. Wait, who's messaging me right now? Okay. So that's basically what happened, and that's why I almost called. I'm gonna tell you this: if he had just left, I was literally looking for my phone. My phone was in here. I was trying to find it on the bed, but it wasn't in there. I was looking for my phone so I could type in 999 and call them and tell them, somebody please fucking help me. I need help now. And I've never ever been close to doing that. But on this occasion, I was literally going to, because I felt so out of control. I felt I'm just so fucked, like somebody needs to help me. Even now I feel like I still clearly need help, but now I'm getting like another job, like I'm and I have like a thing for it tomorrow, and I'm just like, well, if I go to a psych ward, then that's fucked and that's out the window. So I was like, it will fuck up my life going to a psych ward, but then also, how can I keep living like this? So I don't really know what the fuck's going to happen with me, to be honest, but I'm just going to say that's almost where I ended up. I don't know if they probably would have admitted me to one, because obviously I'd have to go to like the emergency room first and see like a psychologist. Well, I'm not really sure exactly how it works, but I'm just going off like things that I've heard. And then I just thought, oh wow, maybe I'll just be worse off in a psych ward. And this is all the stuff that's been going through my head, even though I probably belong in one like 90% of the fucking time, because I am not right. I don't know why it takes me to get to the point of crisis for people to understand I am not okay. Because I can sit here till I'm blue in the face and tell you, oh, I'm not having a good time mentally, I'm not mentally well. But you'll just take it with a grain of salt and think, oh yeah, she'll be alright, it's not serious. But actually, yes it is. It's actually a life or death serious thing, because I'm that close to actually terminating it. And that's scary. But it's become such normality for me that it's not really even scary anymore, because I'm just like, oh boy, wanna die again, that's cool. It's just a normality for me, because I feel like shit 90% of the time. My life just isn't a good time. And it has nothing to do with my surroundings. It's all to do with that. And that's just how it is. Long video, I'm sorry, but I needed to get all of this off my chest. I just wanted to give you all of the updates on what's been going on, what's happening, where have I been, this is where I've been. And I'm sorry, like, I want to try and be more regular at posting videos, but shit just keeps going wrong, and my life is a fucking mess. And yeah, I just had to get this out. So sorry if it was boring, but that's how it be. So I don't know. See you soon.